Hello, students, and welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about coping with stress. The first type of coping we're going to talk about is problem-focused coping. And problem-focused coping targets the cause of stress in practical ways which tackle the problem or stressful situation that is causing stress, consequently directly reducing the stress. Problem-focused strategies aim to remove or reduce the cause of the stressor, including problem solving, time management, and obtaining instrumental social support. So there are positive and negative aspects of coping. Like, let's say you experience a stressor, you fail a test. Positive problem-focused coping would be studying or getting a tutor. Negative coping would be developing an elaborate way to cheat. Emotion-focused coping is a type of stress management that attempts to reduce negative emotional responses associated with stress. Negative emotions such as embarrassment, fear, anxiety, depression, excitement, and frustration are reduced or removed by the individual by various methods of coping. Emotion-focused techniques might be the only realistic option when the source of stress is outside the person's control. Drug therapy can be seen as emotion-focused coping as it focuses on the arousal caused by the stress, not the problem. Other emotion-focused coping techniques include distraction, so keeping yourself busy, emotional disclosure, so this is like, therapy, you talk about the problems, praying, meditation, eating more, eating comfort foods, drinking alcohol, using drugs. These aren't ideal, but they are strategies, and journaling. So, for example, you get dumped, so you talk with a friend versus you drink. So there, again, positive and negative aspects of this as well. The relationship-focused coping is very similar to emotion-focused. It's actually a type of emotion-focused coping. So essentially, you emphasize social relationships during times of stress, so you experience empathy. Managing stress. So think about the stressors that you have in your life. Can any of these be eliminated? Understanding the importance of social support for coping helps to explain why people living in poor neighborhoods often experience more stress and have higher rates of depression. Living in a neighborhood where few people know one another or help one another with tasks like childcare increases the risk of developing major depressive disorder. These socially disconnected neighborhoods become more prevalent as the income of residents decreases, making people living below the poverty line especially vulnerable to stress and depression. Although it is ideal to receive your social support from other people, having a pet can also provide benefits to your health. Stockbrokers with high blood pressure who lived alone were selected to receive a cat or dog from a local shelter. When stressed, the pet owners experienced a much lower increase in blood pressure than their petless counterparts. The effect was most obvious among participants who listed few social connections with other people. And the faith factor. Many people find that having religious beliefs help them cope with stress. People who report having religious beliefs appear to withstand the challenges of unemployment, low income, and widowhood better than people who report no religious beliefs. Across a number of nations practicing different forms of religion, a higher rate of belief in a God predicts higher ratings of life satisfaction and lower rates of suicide. Promoting health, social support. So having close relationships is associated with improved health, immune functioning, and longevity. Social support, including from pets, provides a calming effect that reduces blood pressure and stress hormones, and confiding in others helps manage painful feelings. It also never hurts to laugh. Aerobic exercise and health. Aerobic exercise refers to sustained activity that raises heart rate and oxygen consumption. Aerobic exercise reduces depression and anxiety and improves stress management and is correlated with high confidence, vitality, and energy and good mood. Aerobic exercise triggers certain genes to produce proteins which guard against more than 20 chronic diseases and conditions. Aerobic exercise reduces the risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, and dementia, and early death. Biofeedback is a mind-body technique that involves using visual or auditory feedback to gain control over involuntary bodily functions such as blood flow, blood pressure, and heart rate. This technique may be used to help alleviate symptoms of conditions including high blood pressure, chronic stress, headaches, pain, and anxiety. But what is biofeedback? So the goal of biofeedback is often to make subtle changes to the body that result in a desired effect. This might include relaxing certain muscles, slowing heart rate, or reducing feelings of pain. Some of the functions that people can learn to control include blood flow, blood pressure, heart rate, muscle tension, and the perception of pain. By doing this, people are often able to improve their physical and emotional and mental health. For example, biofeedback can be used to help people better manage symptoms of a condition. The Association for Applied Psychophysiology and Biofeedback defines biofeedback as a process that allows people to alter their physiological activity in order to improve health or performance. Utilizing precise measurement instruments, information about the body's functions are provided to the user. But how does it work? Biofeedback teaches people to recognize the physical signs and symptoms of stress and anxiety, such as increased heart rate, body temperature, and muscle tension. Scientists believe that it is often the stress response, the body's tendency to go into a state of fight or flight in order to deal with potential threats, that often exacerbate certain conditions. During a typical biofeedback session, electrical sensors will be connected to specific areas of your body depending upon the type of response being measured. These sensors will be connected to a measurement device that will provide feedback on your physical responses. During your session, your therapist will guide you through different mental exercises that may involve visualization, meditation, breathing, and relaxation techniques. As you perform these activities, you will receive information on your physical response from the measurement device. By learning to control physiological responses to stress, people are able to learn how to relax their minds and bodies and better cope with the symptoms of stress. We're going to watch a short video about biofeedback now. I have also found a biofeedback game that you can play. Mindfulness is a type of meditation in which you focus on being intensely aware of what you're sensing and feeling in the moment without interpretation or judgment. Practicing mindfulness involves breathing methods, guided imagery, and other practices to relax the body and mind and help reduce stress. Let's do an activity. I want you to feel your pulse, so find it. You can find it here on your neck, you can do it here on your arm, wherever you can find your pulse. And then I want you to count the number of beats in 15 seconds. Then I want you to multiply this number by 4 to calculate your beats per minute. Now that you have your BPM, I want you to watch this video. When the video is completed, I would like for you to measure your pulse again and see if it changed. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all I have for you today. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a fantastic day.